We are going live right now. We're going live with a fun workout from Kettlebell Origins. This is going to be workout numero uno. So with new workout number one, this is going to be a hinge focused pattern. That's going to be most of the movement patterns. We're still going to do a few other things. There's going to be some static in there with the explosive. And I just love that because it allows me to reinforce that tension and then go right into explosive or vice versa. So that way it's not just wear and tear and doing a ton of reps of the same thing. So the way as all these workouts have gone, as will this one follow, I'll start off with some mobility, go into a primer, go into 2 different strength circuits, and then finish it off with a little finisher. So I'll remove these out of the way because I didn't realize these were in the way. Thought I got that. Doing a little deep cleaning today, got a little organized. So again, if you are on Kettlebell Origins on living.fit, that's where you can find the program. There's Med. Make sure you are on day number, whatever you start, this is workout number 1. This is the hinge focus. If you're just on YouTube and you just stumble across this and for whatever reason you clicked on and you're saying hi, awesome, you can join me in this workout. This will be up for the next 24 hours. And then tomorrow, Aaron will be back on at 9 a.m. PST to get started with workout number 2. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start with some mobility, and then we'll work our way into the different parts of this workout. Start off with the hips. We're just gonna go some pelvic tilts. It's always fun, assuming somebody jumps on right now and they're like, what the hell is going on? You know, we're just warming up our hips, okay? We're just getting everything nice and ready. Remembering this position, I say it every single time, and it's important just to reiterate, at the top of the swing, that's what we want to feel. We want to feel that pelvic tilt, that posterior pelvic tilt, to allow for enough tension to maintain a safe spine. This is our virtually our virtual belt. So it's going to keep everything nice and secure, and will diminish the amount of tension on one particular side because we're keeping the tension on the entire torso. Oh, yes. Side to side, little side to side tilts. These are good. If you've been sitting a lot, as most of us have been sitting during this crazy quarantine, it is very important that you are moving, you're moving your hips and increasing that hip mobility, just because we're going to get nice and tight if we're constantly sitting. I don't know if I'm completely sold on a standing desk. I can stand for a good amount of time, but I can't do a full day standing desk. I need to just sit. Sometimes I want to be lazy. But sometimes I mean a lot of times. All right, right leg up and just rotate, internal rotation. My right side is definitely looser. And as you're doing these, make sure you're taking inventory. As I continue to say, find out how things are feeling, where you're going to be pushing, where you're not going to be pushing, where you might scale back a little bit. And let's go into rotation. So we're going to start off with everything locked in place. Feet, knees, hips are going to be stable, and we're just going to rotate just from the hips up, or sorry, lower back out. Just get a nice smooth rotation here. Oh, smooth is a subjective term. And now we're going to open up the hips, so feet are going to stay planted. We're just going to add a little bit more rotation. Make sure you don't hit a kettlebell behind you as you do this, because that will suck. And then lastly, we're going to rotate with a full rotation from the ground up. Getting nice rotation going full 90 degrees. Back and forth. So I guess technically that'll be 180 degrees. And let's go ahead and do some ragdoll. So hands at your chest. We're just going to come down to the side so hips are locked in place. Just lateral flexion, then we're going to come forward. So I want you to imagine just your rib cage coming around. Oh. So it's a very subtle, and I'm not going into a full hinge or a full flexion. Just around. Oh. Get that slight stretch through your obliques, your serratus, your QL. All these little muscles are firing. Oh my gosh, that one, I felt that one. There's a little pop. I don't even need my chiropractor. Just kidding, Todd. I do need you. And let's do some thoracic rotation. So I'm going to lead with my arms here. So I'm going to come to the side, or I'm counter with my arms. So I'm going to come to one side, I'm going to lean back, other side, and then forward, lean with my sternum, I should say. So it's like the middle of my chest is the only point that's really moving. Now I'm thinking about moving. Try to make as big a flat circle as possible, just like Earth. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Other direction. Big circle. So I'm not rotating I'm not leaning as I'm doing this. Trying to maintain as square shoulders as possible as I'm reaching from side to side. Oh, good Lord. That was a crack right there. And arms up. My favorite shoulder movement. Love when I get that one crack. You know that crack? There it is. Oh, every time. I'm really glad to pay royalties to different movies for quoting, because then I would literally be paying money all day long. It's even better when I make quotes or use quotes for movies to my kids when they have no idea what it is, and then I'll make myself laugh. It's a good time. Kind of like right now. Oh, shake it out. Let's go alternating shoulder circles. So just the shrug. So I'm going to lift up one shoulder, rotate all the way back, and then my other shoulder will follow. So at first, I'm not using too much of my whole body, and then we'll increase the amount that we're doing. Other direction. I say this is another favorite of mine. It's one that I do every morning. I look in the mirror and I'm like, Marcus, you got this day. Other direction now, I want to go a little bit more exaggerated. So, tell you, if you were to do one mobility drill for your shoulders, or basically your trunk, your torso, this would be it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that stretch, you feel that all through the rib cage, all through your intercostals, all through your entire torso. Feels good. All right, arms out. Let's warm up the elbows. Just do 3 each direction. Coming up on 6 minutes. Gotta move this thing along. Hands together. Both directions. I want you to grip as hard as you can, make as tight a fist as you can, and then open as much as you can. Tight, tight, tight. Open, tight, tight, tight. Open, and relax. Let's do some neck circles over the shoulders. And up, down. Yes. And tilt back and forth. And shake it off. All right. Warm up complete. That's all we're going to be doing today. Just warming up. All right. So for the primer circuit, I'm just getting some music playing because I know music. I'm just going to put it off to the side. Yes, airplane mode. That's what I'm trying to do. I know. There we go. Oh, I can't do the radio. God, Dorsey. All right. We're going to do 3 different movements. So we'll be doing a 3-point hinge. We'll be going right into rock and rolls and then chest supported good mornings. So I'm going to use something light at first and work my way up. But that 3-point hinge, remember, we're going to be going hinge, side, side. So we'll go 30 seconds on, 15 seconds of rest, 3 times through. All right, ready? Stay up nice and tall, set, and go. 3-point hinge. So get that hinge, shins are vertical, get in that top position, get that posterior tilt. 45 degrees, so we're just getting a little bit more stretch through the glute, through the piriformis, all those little muscles of the glute, of the hip. Like to get every nook and cranny, not every nook and cranny, but so we're just reinforcing that hinge, and then once we rotate, or once we're getting that from that other angle, still maintain nice position through my upper body. All right, rock and roll on the ground. That's as far as my German goes. All right, ready, let go. So just roll it back and forth. Try to stay in a nice little tight ball. I can feel myself moving away down towards the garage door. So right now it's subtle. I'm just making sure I'm staying nice and round. So as I come back, I don't slam into my under the ground. And time. Back standing. So chest support. Good morning. Bell is going to sit right at your below your sternum, right in your gut. And from here we're going to do another hinge. All right, ready, set, go. Love this movement for that reminder of upper body tension. So when I'm swinging the bell, I'm maintaining nice depressed scapula, my shoulders are down, my lats are engaged. That's going to help avoid excessive rounding, excessive flexion through my upper mid back. So I'm not going explosive, but I'm moving fairly smoothly. Low in the hammies. Time. Two, just a few seconds. We're going to be doing 3-point hinge again. Ready, set, go. Hinge, stand nice and tall. Other side, stand nice and tall. Other side, stand nice and tall. And since, even though we're not doing any rotational swings in this particular program, this is exactly what position you'd be getting into. If you're doing that, then you can add in pivots, you can add in footwork. So much you can do with the kettlebell. It's freaking ridiculous. Almost there. And time. On the ground, rock and roll. All right, roll yourself up. Nice tight low ball. Ready, set, go. So if the first one was a little bit more subtle, my phone fell, my Apple Watch just thought I fell. Said, are you okay? I didn't think I was that abrupt. Oh, just got a nice crack right through, like, right through my T-spine. Oh, felt good. So now you can go a little bit more exaggerated. Don't go up onto the cervical spine to your neck. Just go up to about shoulders. And you can come to a full seated position as well. Tiempo. All right, let's go a little heavier now. Chest supported. Chest supported, good day. For all you down south. Set and go. I meant to say it was down under. Terrible joke. Turned even more terrible. So I love going fairly heavy on these, just again, to reinforce that tension and then to build some strength. So I'm keeping that tension even when I hinge. Notice what's happening here. When I'm hinging, I'm still tense. Same goes for when I'm swinging. When I'm hinging explosively with a weight, I'm still tense. And time. Quick break. We're gonna go one more round, and then we will go into the first circuit. So these are just primer circuits, just to prepare the body. Remember, if you got any questions, let me know. I would love to help you out. All right. What are we doing again? Oh yeah, 3-point hinge. Last one. Ready, set, go. That nice stretch, back to standing, just reinforcing that good position. Loosen up the hips. Guess what? When you loosen up your hips, you loosen up your glutes, that is going to allow for a nice looser lower back. It's all connected. Now, not very helpful to just say it's all connected. We want to make sure that when you do these drills, even though this is more of a primer, not trying to loosen things up, when you're doing your mobility drills, I would strongly recommend starting and spending even more time on hip mobility. Everything will get better with hip mobility to an extent. Obviously, you can be hypermobile, and then that's no bueno either. All right, ready, set, go. Oh, nice big roll. We go all the way up to sitting. Almost at standing. The short sitting. Back and forth. 10 seconds. And time. All right. Last chest supported. Good morning. And then we'll get into strength circuit. All right, so this will be the heaviest I've gone with this one in a while. Ready, set, go. Match your breath. So let's talk about your breath here. As you're doing this entire workout, try to breathe nasally through your nose as best you can. At the very least, through your inhales. And then we want to utilize that breath to maximize the amount of tension through that point of exertion. As things get tough, come back to your breath. When you're recovering during those breaks, go back to your breath. And time. Oh. Tempo. All right. Heart rate is definitely up. It's not too hot today, so forgot to put my time, as I always do, forget to put my timer on here. All right, we're gonna go into strict circuit numero uno. So we're gonna be doing a single rep swing for 45 seconds, right into a side plank for another. I wanna make sure that you're getting the most from this workout. These are movements. A single rep swing is not the same as doing a ton of reps at once. And a side plank is obviously very easy as well. I will vary it, each one, so that way you can see how you can intensify. For those of you who have been on these, you know what I'm talking about. Keep trying to show you how you can do more and more. So for the swings, the focus is going to be on high output, maximum output, tension. So we're going 45 seconds on this. Should get around 10 to 15 reps as we go into this one. We're straight for the good, straight for the gold. So we're gonna go single rep swing, 45 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 30-second side plank, 30 seconds of rest, 30-second side plank, 60 seconds of rest, and then we'll go through this 3 different rounds. All right, so you ready? Grab your heavy bell. We're just gonna go attempt for chest height, no higher than eye level. Straight arms, and that is as good as you're gonna go, high as you're gonna go. Ready, set, go. So match your breath. Right now you should be nice and warm, so you should be able to go pretty heavy. Don't just think about that hip snap, think about that initial hike. That is gonna be what powers the snap. Sit nice and tall. Notice how I'm staying up nice and tall. Even in the bottom position, I'm trying to break that bell in half. 5 seconds. Time. There you go. That didn't feel good. Put you over there. Got 30 seconds of rest. Over to your side plank. So if you go heavy enough, that is going to, that's not my heart rate. That's gotta go up higher. There it is. It smells like 90. I'm like, Jesus, that's no way. Get it that low. So for the side plank, I'm immediately gonna go into a loaded side plank. Heavier than I typically go because I'm trying to progress each one of these. Ready, set, go. If it does not challenge you, it will not change you. Hashtag add in something motivational. So I'm trying to connect my shoulder as best I can. I'm putting this right on my hip because it sucks. Keeping that tension, breathe through that tension. Side planks are one of the most underrated planks. Time. Most of the time, because with any plank variation, people get too complacent. You just start getting to a seated position or to a plank position. You're like, all right, I'm good. I can do this all day. But if you incorporate a lot of tension, if you add in an extra load, you sit seductively looking at a handful of people, you might get in trouble. All right, other side. Ready, set, and go. Whoop, almost fell. Squeeze. So whether you're using a load or not, use a lot of tension. I like the kettlebells a load because then I can grip it. That top hand is really driving. And I'm trying to keep my lat engaged so that I don't sink into this position. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Oh, 1 minute. So, do you need that minute rest? Yes, if you're going heavy enough, you want rest. I cannot stress enough. People who are, just intensive junkies, where they're looking to just feel, it's like they want to feel something. Well, first of all, find a good therapy session, because that's how you can feel things. But for your workouts, you don't need to be like constantly moving. You don't need to have, like, be doing burpees in between sets. That means you're not getting stronger. You're not creating those adaptations that are going to make a better athlete. Yeah, you might be getting sweatier, you're burning calories, but ultimately, if your goal is to burn more calories because you're trying to lose weight, then focus on the diet. I know you hear it all the time, it's become cliche, like, oh, that's me in the kitchen. Partially true. Use that first rep. Take a breath, let it out. So you can do Vasana maneuver where you're sick, or just keep the tension and let out some air. Kind of how you would if you were throwing a punch. But the entire time, my hands are tight. 10 seconds. Time. 10 seconds rest. 1 second. That was good fun. So I'm going to go side plank. This time, I'm going to go no weight. And I will have some different foot positions that I'll play with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stagger it. Left foot in front of the right foot. On my left, on my right elbow. And then I'll show you. You'll find out. All right, get in position. Ready. Hold. So lift up the leg, hold. 4, 3, 2. Lift down. Bottom leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift down. Top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Down. We're gonna finish it off here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And those really suck. Because now we're getting your adductors, we're getting your groin, we're getting all the musculature of your hip. That's going to keep things strong and safe down here, especially as you start getting into flows, rotational work, explosive work, or in this case, continue to do explosive work. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. So right foot in front of the left this time. Set, go. Lift up the right. 5, 4. Squeeze your glute. 3, 2, 1. Down. Left foot come forward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Back down. That's definitely not fast. 5, 4, 3, 2. Down. Bottom leg. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, top one more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. So with that, I do enjoy throwing in different positions, so that way it takes the monotony out of just sitting there and doing the workout. Also, you can increase or decrease the tension, and then obviously you can increase or decrease the intensity of it. Did I say intensity? I feel like I did. I say intensity a lot. All right, we got our last set of swings. Single rep swings, one at a time. Okay. This will be fun. So, aim for eye level. Even if you have a slight bend in the elbow, I prefer a slight bend in the elbow just because then I can have a little bit more control of my shoulders, a little bit more control of my scap, my lats, as opposed to straight arm where the tendency is to extend too far. There's plenty right now. Oh, Skates was Paradise. Oh, that's good. It's like this good rendition where it's a instrumental. I was trying to say instructional. All right, last set of 2 hand swings, single rep version. Ready, set, go. I love it. So just because that weight's coming down doesn't mean you let off the gas on your tension. Last one. Muy bien. All right. I'm going to run into the side plank. I think it's hurry up. It definitely does. 5 seconds. Side plank. Same idea, left foot in front of the right. Set. And lift up the leg. 3, 2, down. Bottom leg comes forward. If you can't do this, just hold. Top. 4, 2, 1. And then don't worry about what weights I'm using. I'm just giving you an idea by showing you because I'm trying to put myself through a workout right now. But if 48K is too heavy, go to 32K, go to 20K, go to 12K, go to no K. It's good. But make it work for you. Whatever weight you're using, whatever position you get into. 15 seconds. Oh, what I like about this is between the swings and the side plank, my entire torso is just feeling lit up. Feel all the musculature throughout my entire abdominal wall, my obliques, my back, my rectors, everything. Everything is going. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And this, these are the worst. I forget what they're called. Called something terrible. You're just getting those adductors that never get any love, even if you're doing a lot of lunges, unless you're doing a lot of side lunges or Cossack squats. 5 seconds. Programs are great for hip mobility. Fantastic. Ooh. Sorry for your upcoming hip mobility or hip replacement. I'm happy that this is helping make sure you work within your ability or hip replacement. I'm happy that this is helping make sure you work within your abilities. Don't hurt yourself. Can't have that on my conscience. All right, so we're gonna go into some staggered single leg deadlifts, and then right into alternating bird dog. So with the single leg deadlift, this is what we're gonna do. So the idea is, first set I'll show you, we're gonna do a stagger position. From there, I'm gonna go into single leg. So if you don't have the balance to do a single leg deadlift, then you're gonna do this version. Use a heavy spell, you got. All right, ready. We're gonna go 45 seconds of work. Should get about 10, 15 reps. So I'm gonna start with left hand on the bell, right leg planted, left foot, heel is up. So the focus is on this fully planted foot on this leg. Ready, set, go. Driving up, grabbing the ground. If that weight is too light, then decrease the amount of tension you put on that back foot. And then hover instead of touching the ground. Hover. Oh yeah. This is challenging. Really focusing on my attention here. Let's put it this way. Never in all the years that I ran gyms or ran a gym, ran classes, there was never a day where someone didn't pass some gas doing this. Time. Because they had so much tension going on. 30 seconds of rest. And if you got a lot of tension, it's okay. No one's gonna judge you. Not even your cat, your kids. All right, so what are your kids? Well, kids are gonna judge you for everything you do. Probably calling you boomer, I got that. I was like, yeah, get the hell out of here. No more YouTube for you. All right, so now left foot is planted, right heel is off the ground. We're gonna focus on not rotating, okay? Ready, set, and go. Get that breath at the top, breath out, and then breath in, hold, 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 breath out. So I want to match it through that diaphragmatic breathing and that point of exertion, which is on the way up. Get that pelvic tilt at the top, and then conversely, get that anterior tilt so that we can lengthen the hamstring and get a little bit more of a stretch there. Oh yeah. 5 seconds. And time. Oh, kind of sucks. All right. We're going alternating bird dog. So for this one, I'm going to use some light dumbbells just to challenge my shoulders, challenge my upper back. So get into knees under hips, wrists, or if you're on your knuckles, under your shoulders. And we're going to alternate which leg, which arm comes up, trying to lengthen that position. All right, ready, going for 45 seconds. Set, go. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So I should be squeezing my lat and my opposite glute. And I'm not losing position here. So once I take off those 2 points, I don't want to shift my weight. I want to imagine those 2 points are still there on the ground. Oh. Squeeze and pull. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Reach, 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 reach. And time. All right, 1 minute rest. So for this next round, we're gonna go single leg deadlift again. Staggered if you'd like. I'm gonna take the foot off the ground as I do this. So if you do not have, again, the requisite balance, do not attempt this. But what we're gonna do is now, I'm gonna load it on the same side. Opposite leg is gonna come up off the ground, okay? Let's do this off the mat. So this is round number 1 done. Coming into round number 2. Left arm, left leg is planted, back leg is gonna come up. Don't have to worry about how high that goes. Just wanna make sure I'm getting a strong hinge as I do this. Still maintaining that connection through my upper body. All right, it is not too hard now. All right, ready? Single leg deadlift, set and go. Oh. I love single leg deadlifts. That's why I incorporated that into this program. But I also know not everybody has the mobility or the balance. So I like the staggered as an alternative. But if you have the mobility and the balance, challenge yourself. And you can tell just from getting that foot off the ground how much more engaged your lower leg feels, your feet, your toes. Nice and controlled. Time. The glute gets so much more just tension as I do this. It's because there's so much more tension through my lower body. So that radiation is creating tension all through my leg. So first off, just the balance aspect. I have to stay tighter. That, in turn, leads to more tension through my glute. And then my foot is so connected to the ground that now all the musculature through my lower limb is firing up. All right, ready? Other side. Grip the ground with your toes. I want thin, if not thinner, soles of my egos as well. Control, control. Oh, I yell as I do it. All right. Alternate bird dog. Oh, so you can also use some light ankle weights, wrist weights if you don't have light dumbbells. Just to challenge you a little bit more. Or just no weight and use this as a rest and an active recovery. All right, ready, set, go. I'm squeezing that bottom, my glute as hard as I can. Squeeze my lats so nice straight line as best I can. I was looking at the camera, I was like, that is not a straight line at all. Drive it up. Make sure I'm not rotating. Almost there. 10 seconds. You have a small band to put around your ankles. That's okay. And done. Oh, all right. We're gonna go one more set. On this last set, I'm gonna use double weight. So I want it to be heavier than what this single bell would deliver. So it's gonna be, I'm not gonna go too much heavier, but double 28K comes out to about 120-ish pounds. So again, I just want, so we go single leg deadlift. I'll stagger a couple reps for you. And then I'll go full single leg. Wow. All right. 10 seconds. Make sure you're keeping that thoracic extension. Don't round excessively. I'm not saying you can't have any kind of round, but just don't be completely in that kyphotic position. All right. Let's go. So I'm gonna have my left foot forward. Right foot is slightly back. I'm gonna do a couple reps with that stagger position. Then I'm gonna go where the foot gets off the ground. Ready, set, go. Drive it back, drive it back. So this foot right now, this back foot is taking like maybe 30% of the pressure. Now I'm gonna come completely off. Am I not touching the ground? I'm keeping that tension. Oh, man. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back, mid back, balance. Wish I could say calves. Oh. Man, time. So, really focusing on keeping that front line engaged. Gotta keep that tension. Otherwise, if I'm just coming down and I've got, first of all, you can't have zero tension here just because something's gonna give. There's obviously some tension just keeping you upright, but add to that tension. All right. That took a lot out of me. Good thing I got another side to go. All right, same thing. Right foot forward, this back leg. I'm gonna have my heel off the ground for the first couple. I'm not touching the ground. Now, balance got away from me. If balance starts to get away from you, just put that foot down, okay? You have to shift your weight slightly. Take that breath in, hold it. Engage the torso, engage the trunk. Don't hold your breath. Yeah. We must. Oh my goodness. That was challenging. Grip. This is what I love about kettlebells. There's a added grip strengthening component you don't get with other tools. All right, 10 seconds. Last set of bird dogs. All right, ready, set, go. Lengthen, stretch, and squeeze the glute. Get that extension. So that opposite foot, opposite leg, reaching as far as we can. Oh. Oh. Almost there. 10 seconds. That glute is, after those single leg deadlifts, it's firing. And time. Oh yeah. 1 minute rest. So, what we're going to finish this party off with, 2 movements. I don't know if your is about to hold up. Dos movimientos. Movimientos? Yes, movimientos. We're going to go with a 2-hand swing. So now not single rep version, just straight up, go for it. And a controlled sprawl. So I'm going to vary this up for you, give you a little bit more fun here. More fun to play with. And this is why when it comes to programs, sometimes the slight variations are all you need to be able to do more with that program, to do that program again. You know, everything works sometimes, nothing works all the time. Now, with that said, you can extend the life of certain programs just by tweaking a few things. So what we were going to do was 2-hand swings, because it's going to be 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of controlled sprawls, 20 seconds of rest. Instead of 2-hand swings, we're going to do double swings, so 2 bells. If you have access to 2 bells, this is how you're going to do them. Otherwise, 2-hand swing. And we're going to go outside the leg. So the bell is going to come outside the leg, won't even come higher. Chest height is at tops where I'm going to go. Typically, I like to go about sternum height. So, see outside the leg, everything is going to stay the same. I'm still hinging the same way as if I had that bilateral stance or that 2 hands on the 1 bell. Still going to do bilateral stance, but still hinging. And I'm focusing on driving my hips back and then driving my hips forward with that pelvic tilt. Nothing there changes, okay? For the controlled sprawls, I'm going to do them on the push-ups for the first one. So feet back, back to standing. Feet back, back to standing. And the reason for that is I get questions sometimes like, what do I do if my wrists are hurting? So if that extended position for the wrist hurts, use either a push-up or some kind of implement that will help take the pressure off the wrist from that extension. All right, next jibber jabber. 20 seconds of swings. 20 seconds of controlled sprawls on the bells. Otherwise, just do them on the ground. Set, go. 5 rounds here. Timer. Not gonna lie, that was a terrible position for my timer. Ready, set, go. Push position, back standing, back down. So I'm just going to show you on the bells for the first one. And time. 20 seconds of rest. So I'm going to keep with that same weight for the swings. Then the sprawls are going to be on the ground next one. So it's going to be about 5 seconds, 10 seconds between movements. All right. Either 2-hand swings or double outside. Ready, set, and go. Keeping an equal footprint. Time. All right, control sprawls on the ground this time. Ready, set, go. So I'm just using this to gauge how my hip mobility is. Time. How's your hip mobility? That's it. Good question. So, all right, I'm gonna go up and weight for round number 3. All right. All right, 2 hand swings or double outside. You feel some more. Ready, set, go. Time. All right, control sprawl. We're gonna add a push-up. Ready, set, go. Just adding to it as we go. Like outside the leg swings, a little bit easier on the back. I'll do inside of the leg on this next one. I'm not going to come up high at all, so I'll show you how you can still get a lot out of this movement. He's like, all right, ready, go. Oh. Good job. Got one more round. I'm gonna go back to outside the leg. Oh, go crack there. And then we're going full burn for that last set. All right. Ooh. I'm gonna chuck on my hand a little bit. It's got a little bit of drip of sweat on there. That could be lethal. All right, you ready? Last set of outside the leg or 2 hand swings. Set, go. Oh, that sucks. All right, we're going footboard over here. So sprawl, push-up jump. Sprawl, push-up jump. Ready, set, go. Definitely go hit your lights in your gym. Almost there. Done. Oh, good job. So I like to start with the controlled sprawls because far too many times I see people doing crappy versions of burpees. Oh, muy bien. Oh, great job. Heart rate is definitely up there. Got about 500 calories in today's workout. Not crazy. Just looked. Hopefully you enjoyed today's workout. This was workout number 1 on Kettlebell Origins. And it took about 50 minutes. So right now, feel free to add whatever decompression you want. Stretch, use some what you feel like doing. For me personally, I'm gonna hang and I'm gonna do some folds. Hang and fold. That's it. Keep it nice and simple. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you'd like more information about this program, join me on living.fit. Kettlebell Origins is a fundamental program, but will still get you nice and strong. It's helping me get leaner. Fundamental program, but will still get you nice and strong. It's helping me get leaner. Not eating like an asshole is doing that, but I've lost 2% body fat since starting this program about 4 weeks ago. So, strength sign up, grip feels good. We'll see where we go from here. All right, enjoy. See you on the next one.